Hey guys, welcome to the Turnbuckle Tavern. This is just a live reaction, man. My name is Snead.
I'm Mike Belcaster, man. What's up?
Man, what a night.
Yeah,
We're here to talk about GCW Homecoming Night 1. What a night, man. What a
dude.
night.
For somebody who's never ever once seen a GCW event, I was fucking blown away. Like this was one of the greatest. Like not just the deathmatch shit though. There's some solid actual wrestling going on, and I know that's a big misconception with GCW. And like I thoroughly enjoyed almost every minute of it, man.
I'm not gonna lie, man. When I first tuned in, I thought it was deathmatch. I thought that's what we were gonna get.
Yeah.
And I was a little, when I saw the card and I saw that Cold Scorpio was on there, I was like, maybe we're not just getting death matches. So
yeah,
I mean, the night kicked off. The first match we had, it was Marco Stunt. I mean, Marco Stunt coming back to GCW to fight Starboy Charlie.
One of the best Marco Stunt offerings I've ever seen. Like,
Ever.
Seriously. Yeah. Like I've watched him, in his AEW time, haven't known really too much of him. Man, he actually went out there and delivered very well. Both of those guys did. I was fucking blown away just by that on its own merit. Like, and kudos, Marco Stunt got the win. It was a really, really awesome fucking match.
Yeah, it was. I didn't expect that. Marco was really over with the crowd.
Yeah.
They loved him. I didn't know that he had really started with GCW.
What's up, Sam? How's it going, buddy? Yeah, man. No, I didn't know anything about Marco's past with GCW at all, but like this was really awesome, man. Like really, really good. Like I'm a bigger Marco Stunt fan than I was going into this.
Oh, 100%. Definitely maybe a bigger fan of him now. And then
absolutely.
After that, we had former ROH TV champ Tony Deppen versus Ninja Mask.
Yeah. I just seen Ninja Mask at Warrior Wrestling over the weekend last weekend. Yeah, and like I was like, is that the dude from Warrior Wrestling? Because he was doing the same kind of like flips and stuff like that. And I was like, holy shit, like it is. And that guy's crazy.
Yeah, Deppen, I mean, he was in and out. Like he came in pissed, left pissed.
It was great, man.
That was a great match.
It was a really quick go through. It was solid,
Yeah, and Ninja, like I'd never watched Ninja Mask before, but some of the moves that he had, that guy was really good, man.
Yeah, no, when I seen him at Warrior Wrestling, he fought Brian Cage, and it was such a weird pairing. You know what I mean? And I was like, what the hell am I watching here? He was way better tonight than he was at Warrior Wrestling, just because I think the styles weren't so mismatched. And it was a solid ass match, man.
That was a solid match. Tony Deppen got the win. After that, we had AJ Gray versus Nolan Edwards. Another solid match, man.
Yeah, no, crazy. Absolutely crazy. It was good stuff, man.
Yeah. And then we had Grim Reaper. And I was waiting to get to this one, man. Grim Reaper versus Cold Scorpio.
Hell yeah. It's funny. I was on the Major Wrestling Figure podcast, Patreon groups. We were all commenting about the show because obviously the leader was wrestling tonight, right? So somebody shoot me a message when the main event comes on. And I was like, fuck it, Cold Scorpio is rocking out in 2021, man. Like, how are we gonna miss Cold Scorpio match? And this day, he's been wrestling since I was fucking, watching wrestling when I was a little kid. I had my fingers in my mouth and shit like that. And dude, it was so cool. There were so many good spots. I loved when they lit up the joint in the middle of it. And then 55-year-old Cold Scorpio does a backflip leg drop, and it was just he could still go beyond what I was expecting, man.
I see Josh says Cardona versus Omega.
I wouldn't after tonight. I would actually be pumped fucking to see that.
I know, man. I love the chants for Too Cold that said, "You still got it," and then the other crowd, the other part of the crowd said, "Never lost it."
Yeah, he hasn't. I seen an indie match with him in like 2017, 2018. It was a 4-way, And like I just caught clips of it online, but he was doing like awesome spots during that match.
Yeah.
And like for somebody of his, obviously he's a vet. He's been in the business forever. Like, what are we talking? Like early 90s. Like he was Flash Funk. He was Too Cold Scorpio in ECW.
Too Cold Scorpio, Flash Funk. I love the Flash Funk. I had a WWF CD that had the Flash Funk entrance theme on it, and it was
the best, man. I had the same CD. I used to listen to it all the time.
It was funky. It was funky.
It was super funky. But like this guy, and the best was after the match.
Yeah,
the referee hands him the joint. He lights it up, pulls his little bandana down, and then he starts dancing. He gets Reefer up by giving him the joint, takes a puff off, and then gets up like the Undertaker. It was awesome.
Just revived him with a joint.
Oh,
the whole joint spot in the match. I mean, what a fun match, man, to see.
Yeah.
And with him going over too, if you would have told me, I know we've said this 100 times, but if you would have told me that in 2021 we're watching a Too Cold Scorpio match and he's going over
on GCW of all fucking shows,
Scorpio burning a fatty. That's
it was great, man. That was one of the highlights of the night for me because I really love Scorpio. I'm a huge Too Cold Scorpio fan. And I didn't even know he was on the card until I looked it up today, and I was like, "Wow!" I was like, "I'm in already." Like $14.99. I would have paid that just for the Scorpio match.
Let's talk about that too, man. GCW, we're getting a $14.99 pay-per-view.
3 hours, almost 4 hours, man. That was a long, like not in a bad way show. Yes, Grim Reaper was the fucking man, but it was so. Like, take out they even did what's it called? A little intermission, which was great because I was like, oh, cool, I can go get another beer. I can go smoke a cigarette real quick and come back, and it's still at 5 minutes to go.
Right. Do we have a Too Cold Scorpio figure?
No, we have one Flash Funk figure. They never made Too Cold Scorpio. I don't even want to talk about that. That man needs to get on Cella or Zombie. Somebody's got to hire... get a contract, man, with Too Cold Scorpio. He would fit in with all generations. He's such a beautiful, eccentric figure.
Do a figure of tonight, dude. Get him in his deco from tonight, man.
I would pop, man. He looked great. And everybody was like, he's got a beer belly, blah, blah. He's 55 fucking years old.
Come on, man.
Still doing flips off
man.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
He's not even a t-shirt wrestler. Like most people at this age are t-shirt wrestlers. He's at the t-shirt off.
Absolutely, man. It was a blast. That was a really fun, awesome match. Great outing by both dudes. I'd never seen Grim Reaper before in my life. I'm a fan of Grim Reaper now too.
Yeah. And then so after this we had Drew Parker and Alex Colon with Schlack on commentary. This guy was awesome on commentary.
It was dude, the commentary team tonight was off the charts. Yeah, they were silly. They're funny as hell. I enjoyed who had the submission. And he's like, he put him in a rear naked choker or some bullshit. And then
I think that was Slack. I think that was him. Yeah.
And then he taps and they're like, he won with some bullshit. And they start applauding. Like it was so good. It was a riot.
Commentary was great. That guy, Schlack, Chad and the other host, Chad, which he's watching, he's in the comments. He can talk about it. We saw him and Mercer, which we saw in the 6-man tag. We saw them in a backyard wrestling match, backyard death match where they just demolished a car and like they're ripping pieces of the windshield off and cutting each other with it.
Jesus.
Backyard up some creek in West Virginia, man.
The best places to see shows.
The places you never know you're going to see good
That's
shows.
Great, man. No, it was awesome match between these two, man. It was a wild little outing. It was fun.
Well, we saw something that I've never seen. We saw darts in the back, man.
Yeah, no. So this is like my first full blown toes in the water for a death match type deal, and we all see light tubes. Yeah, I love any commentators dropping the F-bomb and fucking
every now and then. It was more than every now and then tonight, but I love it.
Yeah, no, of course we've seen matches with light tubes and shit, but this was like really focused on that death match thing, the panes of glass, that little glass box gimmick that they made. That was hysterical.
Oh, yeah,
that was a crazy ass spot, man.
And they didn't even know what to call it. They just said,
yeah,
it's like a glass box thing. They had no name for it.
It made it. It really did.
Awesome. What was next after this? Was that the 6-man?
I think we broke for intermission.
Yeah, we did the intermission, which I thought was awesome that they gave us 20 minutes so they can sweep all the glass out.
Yeah, I was walking around the house. I was just like, dude, this is weird, but like refreshing for being at home. And we got a small little intermission. But yeah, I think we went right into that 6-man match, which was entertaining as shit too.
Braden Lee was in the match, which we've had on before, and it was interesting to see him come out. We had him on as a guest a few months ago, and I didn't take him as a GCW guy, but
yeah, no, this is what I'm saying. Like there wasn't an abundance of deathmatch spots or anything in this show.
Yeah.
What do we have? 2 deathmatch matches, basically, right? A little bit more with the tag match. There was some craziness going on, but nothing too crazy. It was refreshing because I was expecting like a shit show, staple guns every other match, but it wasn't that at all. There was actual real wrestling going on in between, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, and this match was wild too, man. I mean,
all over the place. Good.
Shane Mercer, everybody hated Alex Coger.
Yeah,
they hated this guy.
I love that there was a dude when he was coming out, and the guy was on his shoulder, and like he looked over, make sure he was still on camera, and he's like, "Yeah, oh, okay, like yeah, fuck you," like, but he was trying, but then he pats him on the shoulder as he's walking away, like, "Yeah, but
there was one guy in the back all night. Everybody that came out, he had shit to say to him. Everybody, and he was like, I couldn't tell if he was mad or just hyped up.
This is just a perfect time to talk about that crowd. Holy
my god,
shit. Man. That was akin to an ECW, house show in 1997. Like with all the best matches going on. Like it was so loud. Wild.
And I love that they don't have the barricades up. So when something's going on, they can rush the ring and start pounding on the ring. Awesome, man.
Yeah, no, it's really refreshing. I love the entrance. I really thought that was cool how they don't have the barricades there, but these guys are walking through a crowd of rather their most beloved fans or their most hated, enemies. And it was the coolest shit in the world. Like we'll get to Nick Gage later, but let's continue before we hit to that because his entrance was awesome.
Yeah, so this match, I believe who got the win in this match? I
don't recall because I
don't recall who had the win.
I was hyped, and I don't know anybody's name, so it'd be like it's that guy.
Tonight was a prime example of why GCW is top of the mountain for indie wrestling. Agreed.
100%. Yeah, I'm swooned. I'm totally gonna start. I might buy Homecoming 2 tomorrow and just really sit it out and enjoy it. That was fun as hell.
Yeah, they definitely sold me on that. Well, the next match was the tag team match. So we had Jimmy Lloyd and G Raver versus Second Gear Crew. Man, Mance Warner, awesome Matt Justice.
The spot.
Okay, Atticus won.
There you go. Yeah, because they were like, "Fuck you, Atticus."
That's right. Yeah, because they hated him.
Yeah, it was great.
Jimmy Lloyd and G Raver, they hate each other. These guys are just enemies,
and they really for me just coming onto it. They really projected that. Like I was like, "Oh shit, these guys are already ready to break up," and then they did at the end of the match, which was great.
And I could tell when Jimmy Lloyd came out first. And then when they played G Raver's entrance music, he looked angry. So that told me right there, just that look told me that they had animosity towards each other.
Absolutely. Like they sold it so well. And I was just like, oh, fuck. Like I at first I thought it was going to be like a big blow up of this. Their fans do love their GCW.
I mean, that's very evident after watching the show tonight that they are rabid fans.
Yeah. No, there were some great spots in this tag match, though. The stapling of the tongue to the door, and then he picks the door up, and then they power bomb the guy onto the table?
It
wasn't even a table. It was a door. So they power bomb the guy on the door, and it rips the dude's tongue. Oh, it was so brutal.
And as Manser lifts up off the door, there's just a stream of blood going down the door.
beautiful. Like if you are a ringside photographer, this would be a place to get some art, man.
Oh,
Like there was
no
some crazy
kidding, man.
shit going on. And like I would totally buy, an 11 by 12 frame of a bloody ass door from somebody's.
Hey, I think we have a guest, man.
Dope
I
snap.
think we have a guest.
Hey,
Hey,
throw up the
What's
too sweet.
going on,
There we
guys?
are, too sweet, brother.
this is
Dude,
kind of an
that-
Inception type thing, man. I'm in your room, you're gone.
Exactly. I'm standing outside of the hotel.
Hell yeah! No,
Nice.
it's what's up, man.
Dude, that was a crazy. I don't know how my mic sounds, Snead.
You sound pretty good.
You're
that
good,
was-
man.
That was a crazy event.
Yeah, right,
The whole
for
thing,
real,
wow.
right?
Dude, wow.
Yeah.
Telling
Yeah,
you, man.
we're on the
never
man-
watched it before.
Yeah,
Great.
we're on the Manser match right now, man. And to have Mance Warner and Matt Justice on this card, I knew Mance was on there. Because I saw his name, I didn't know it was Second Gear Crew.
I
Yeah,
didn't either, dude. And I love that they won the titles.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I love that they won the titles. Those dudes, wow. I mean, Mance is. You can tell that both of those guys, the crowd just loves them.
yes.
So,
Wow. Yeah.
it's trip, man.
Dude, I'm not going to stay on here long, but I had to pop in.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah,
we love
definitely.
having you.
I was honestly shocked. Like, I've seen bits and pieces of GCW, but I've never actually sat down and watched an event almost start to finish, and it really
Blew
impressed
you
me.
away.
It
Yeah,
impressed me.
Yeah.
it was.
The commentary, the production for an indie promotion, it was crazy.
Yeah, no, they really killed it. I was, like I said, this is my first time ever watching a full blown show like you. I've only seen like YouTube clips and shit. So like this was like, it was really cool to see how well paced out the whole damn show was.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just bullshit after bullshit. It was like really nice stream of, here's a good match, here's a good actual like work match. Then they go into the hardcore shit and they come down, bring it back to like, oh, we got a 6-man, like fucking, all fucking all over the place match. And then like it was so well placed. It was great, man.
Yeah, and I feel like there's this stigma with deathmatch wrestling that people think it's just blood and guts, and I feel like tonight kind of proved that wrong.
100%.
Like there was true psychology going on in these matches.
Yep. Like just like ECW, there was that stigma. Like people that weren't fans of ECW, they're like, those just hardcore bullshit, blah blah. But then you get like the Lance Storm, versus like Candido matches or whatever the fuck it is, and like you see beautiful art happen in front of you. You're like RVD versus Jerry Lynn. Those. Yeah, there's some bigger hardcore spots and that kind of stuff, but that's fucking passionate art in its finest. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And the last thing I'll say before I get off here is like, dude, I don't know if there's one person in pro wrestling right now that has the people behind them like Nick Gage. I know you guys, I'm jumping ahead a little bit. You guys are going to break that down, but when that
We're close.
motherfucker came out,
Yeah.
he could barely get to the ring.
It was beautiful, man. It really was.
It was intense. And then the ending with all the trash. I mean, I'm jumping way ahead, but
You're
you
good.
guys kill it. I'm going to jump off here and watch you guys, but awesome show.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man! Thanks for stopping by, brother.
Yeah,
it
it was
wouldn't have
good.
been a recap without.
Well, this is my first time in the running a stream, and I saw something pop up on there. I was like, wait a second, I think Chad's in here. So I'm pretty sure he's in here. So
That was great, man.
Awesome, dude. I'll be watching. You guys are crushing it.
Cheers,
Sweet.
bro.
but yeah, so second gear crew, they are the new tag team champions. Mance Warner has a
Awesome.
crimson mask on and then so I guess what had happened 2 years ago, I guess Jimmy Lloyd injured G-Raver so bad that it ended his tattoo career. Like he couldn't tattoo anymore is what they were saying. So after it was over, they broke up. Obviously, they hate each other. Yeah. And now, so they're going to be in Chicago. You're
all out weekend, man.
Land of Belcaster. They're going to be, and they're going to be there for the 2-year anniversary. So
yeah, no, and you know what? The build up to that, even the way they were building up that show, kind of throughout this homecoming, was brilliant because they're like, yeah, we're coming to Chicago, and like these two are going in together in a death. What is it? The death match big finale. I'm fucking pumped for this.
Insane, man.
Yeah, crazy.
Right before, so after this was the main event, or was supposed to be the main event, but then we had another match, which was Effie versus. I didn't catch the guy's name.
Me neither.
Anybody in the comments have the name? Let me know who the guy's name is. But we had a match between them. The guy, he was on the pre-show and he was in his gear, and they were like, "You don't have a match tonight. Like, why are you?" And he was like, "Magician never reveals his secrets. I'll be on. I'll show you." So we had a surprise match with those two. But let's get right to the main event, man.
100%.
Let's get right into it. We had Matt Cardona versus Nick Gage for the GCW title. Good Lord.
Yeah. That was wild, man. You know what the coolest part about it is that like everybody gives Matt shit for being like this douchebag character or whatever. I give him 150% props after tonight. I did not think he was going to get that crazy. And for a while in the match, that this is how good the storytelling was in that match. He didn't take a fucking death match bump once until like 5-10 minutes in almost.
He ran away.
Yeah, but even Nick Gage brought out the light tubes, and he breaks it on himself. He's like, "What's up, motherfucker?" And like he's getting the full Nick Gage experience out of it. But Matt's not even bleeding yet. Nick's already busted open. They're fighting in the crowd. No crazy shit. They're just throwing each other in the chairs. And I seen this was the heartbreaking part because I know when they went to go do that DTOF spot, they were expecting it to shatter when he hit it with the chair. Yeah, and it just boom, all the shelves fell. But it was funny too because if you own a DTOF shelf, those fucking things, your figures fall off them all the time. So it almost made it better because they were like, oh, all the toys are on the ground. He said he had some deadly shit in that DTOF. He had Titantron Lives. He had the Bone Crutch in action, Sid Vicious. Like,
I saw that's in there. It was
I popped, man. There was a Lance Storm figure in there. There was some serious shit going down there.
I know they wanted the effect, but you're right. When they hit it and all the figures fell, I think every figure collector that was watching felt that pain. Everybody felt that pain. No,
dude, then that was just the beginning of it, and then they got into it really, really good. And like every fucking spot was better than the next. Cardona was shredded more than his abs were. It was so good, man. And like my wife was watching, she was just like, "Oh no!" Oh, and I was like, "Yeah, this is crazy shit." And man, back to the entrances, Matt fucking Cardona, man. No,
dude,
Gage coming out the bell tolls, and he's just fighting to get his way to this ring, loving the crowd. He's just really, really killing it, and he's like, "Yeah, man," like ducking his head and gets in there. And then like Cardona came out at first they did the radio, and then it was almost like one of those cut that bullshit out. Yep. This is my music, always ready, starts playing. There was so much hype.
I love he grabbed the mic from the announcer and said,
"You're a fucking mark,
man."
I haven't popped so much during the show in a long ass time.
Oh, it was hilarious,
not like just commitment pop to the program. This was like just oh shit, like he called him a fucking mark. This is great, and it was so good.
I think we have somebody else wanting to join. Tom, are you there? Well, okay. He keeps popping up in there, wanting added to the stream. So
I'm just producing. Do your stuff.
You're beautiful.
I'm just producing. Do your stuff.
Okay, Tom.
The staples coming in, man.
he's in and out, man. I'm not sure what was going on there. So, but yeah, the announcer when he did the whole entrance, he did the whole Orange Cassidy style entrance on Cardona. He was like, so and so, he's this guy. He's
from Long Island, New York.
Long Island.
It was
Matt Cardona.
And and the crowd loved it. They were eating it up too.
Then he put the ski mask on, did the full entrance for Nick Gage. The crowd went insane. Not only could the guy, like Chad said when he was on, the guy could not get to the ring.
Yeah. Wild, man.
The crowd.
I love all of it. I love the crowd where, you know, they have the whole Nick Gage spieled out. He's like, rest in peace, my brother, you know, and like they're fucking word for word with him. And like it's Enzo and Cass in NXT. Like it was fucking awesome.
I was gonna go back a little further with Road Dogg, but
for sure, yeah, Road Dogg too, yeah.
But yeah, same thing. But yeah, and then he gets the pizza cutter out. So we'll jump ahead a little bit into the match. Yeah. So he gets the pizza cutter out. He goes to each side of the ring and starts Cardona screaming.
Crying almost. Like there was a great, I don't know if it was legit fucking hurting or just like going through it, but when he was sitting there, he's like, "Oh God!" Like, you fucking signed up for this shit, man.
I almost feel like that wasn't a work. I feel like that was kind of a shoot on that one.
Yeah, and like you could tell, like I don't know, you know, Nick Gage has been doing this a lot longer, obviously the deathmatch shit. But even when Matt was going to hit Gage with the light tubes, he was like, and like Nick Gage is like, fuck.
Yeah, well, the announcer said, well, you can tell this is his first time swinging a light tube. Which I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was the first time.
It was so great, man. There were so many cool, like, little spots throughout the whole thing, especially with the light tubes. But then they set up the pane of glass on the chairs. I wasn't expecting, you know, I was expecting Gage just to go through it like a flip off the top rope. No, Cardona and Gage went through that shit full blown, smash the pieces. And you could both that was one point where I was like, oh shit, Cardona got fucked up because like the ref went instantly to him. And the announcers even called him out. They're like, "Yeah, go check on Cardona because we know Nick Gage is okay."
Yeah, they said make sure they went directly to Cardona. So
that's crazy. Yeah, it was a wild match. And then we had what the interference happened, right? And then
so the 404. Yeah.
Error 404.
That crew comes down, and then they come out and. There was another guy that came out to stop them from doing what they were doing to interfere, and then just all hell broke loose.
Yeah, that was crazy. It really was. And at that point, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like Gage and the other guy, I forget his name, but they were beating the shit out of these dudes.
Yeah, they teamed up to go. They teamed up to go against them.
Yeah, and like the ultimate swerve.
Yeah,
Nick Gage's partner kicks him in the balls. And Cardona's eating it up. You see Cardona light up at this point. He's like, yeah.
Like, here it comes.
He starts pummeling him with light tube after light tube after light tube, still in like the little light way. But it was still great to but at that point, like I was like, holy shit, he's gonna do this. This is a really good underdog story because nobody was like nobody would have believed a year ago that Matt Cardona was going to go over and become the GCW world champion in a fucking death match against Nick Gage. Like, that's crazy.
And we're also forgetting one part too. Judas hit.
Yeah. And I was like, no shit. And I was, and then played out. The guy came out dressed like Cardona did when he came out initially attacked Nick Gage. And everybody lost their mind because they were like, no way. And even the announcers did a great job. They're like, oh, what is Jericho playing mind games with Gage?
Yeah, they said, I think I hear Fozzy.
Yeah. Waka, waka,
And I honestly thought that when the guy came out in black, I couldn't really tell, but I thought it was going to be Sammy Guevara. I thought Sammy Guevara was going to be that under that.
That would have been awesome. I thought it was one of the major guys. I thought it was like Mark Sterling or Brian Myers, because Brian Myers was just like, please don't die tonight, man. Like, he kept posting all night. He's like, I love you, bro. He's like, don't die. And, like,
and the announcers were talking shit about Brian too. So
yeah, so they were like, oh, he's drinking his warm milk, making sure everything's good.
Yeah,
it was the announcers were great, and I know a lot of people are shitting on them because they're just not used to the vulgarity or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
But they're just bros. They're just guys going out there and having a good time doing commentary. I think they did a great job tonight. But yeah, that after the Judas thing, after this huge shit happens, we see Cardona after like 4 or 5 light tube spots.
Takes advantage of.
Yeah, absolutely. And then he hits the radio silence and fucking gets the crowd in disbelief. 1, 2, 3. Like, wow. And
he held the belt like he was Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Realizing the boyhood dream.
And then the crowd turning completely on him because they are going to, because it's MDK all fucking day.
Yeah.
And they just start whipping bottles, which, if WCW when Hogan turned, GCW superhero. I don't know how long Matt's going to reign. That's a very good
GCW super heel. How long does he reign? That's a good question. I mean, where do we even go? Because no one even expect. I never even put thought into it because I never expected it to happen.
Yeah, is every GCW title match? That's beautiful. Is every GCW title match a death match? We have to watch Cardona go through another one of these.
I'll watch it. I love it.
Yeah, I'm super pumped for it, but I'm just saying, like, the poor guy.
That left arm was just a river of blood, man.
Yeah. No, like, you couldn't tell if he had a shirt on at some point because his skin color matched the blood, matched the white shirt. It was ridiculous. It was so intense of a match. And kudos to fucking Matt Cardona. I'm putting the kid over right now. He fucking really, really went above and beyond to dip his toes into something that is so out of his comfort zone.
Yeah,
like, really is. Yeah, like Tom said it earlier in our group chat. I don't think Cardona's ever bled before.
I've never seen him bleed. Yeah,
this was amazing. And then he books out of the arena, and I can't wait to see his posts later tomorrow. Yeah. He's gonna get cleaned off, stitched up, whatever the hell he's got to do.
Does he show back up tomorrow at night too?
I hope so, right? You got to have a night two with the champion, right? Yeah, absolutely. Cut a promo at least, something.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you guys. I'm Matt Cardona. I'm the broski. And like,
yeah. And does GCW have the rematch clause? Like, is there a rematch clause? Like right at the,
It's a good call. And Cardona is so good at talking shit. He put out a video, like, I don't know if it was in between the show or whatever, but he was like, I was once one of you guys. I was a diehard wrestling fan. He's like, but don't get mad at me because I got in the shape and got laid and started like, it was like,
there's the pizza cutter spot where Cardona's just basically dead on the ropes.
Great selling. Cardona looked like and no pun for the major marks, but he was in turmoil, man. He was really, really just like eating it up. And like, I was like heartbroken to see him going through half of the shit, and I don't even have commitment to him. Like, I was like, damn, he's getting fucked up. Like, oh shit, like, because it was going very, very Cardona at first, and then Gage went on this reign where it was like 10-15 minutes of Gage just beating the shit out of him left and right with everything.
I was a little worried at first because they weren't Cardona wasn't doing anything.
He was backing up. Yeah, it was crazy. He was almost playing like. As Chad said, it's the GCW heels. No. I don't want to touch the light tubes. I don't like. This is a wrestling match. It's a work rate match, and like.
And I love that at one point he threw Nick Gage. Something happened, and he got in the ring and wanted a count out.
Yeah, the refs like, there's no fucking count outs here. That was fantastic, man.
They were like, I don't think that's going to happen, bud. Cardona took a shit ton of light tubes. He did. I mean,
yeah, he had more lights in him than fucking Home Depot, man.
they lit. I mean, to be in Atlantic City, they lit him up like Atlantic City.
Hell yeah, man.
Atlantic City for sure.
That was crazy. It was a wild time, and here we are, 2021. Too Cold Scorpio, Matt Cardona. The
GCW champ. Too Cold Scorpio smoking a joint in the ring.
It was wild times, man. What a good fucking show that was. Best $14.99 I've spent in forever.
$15, man.
Yeah, like
for this
and
event.
Kudos to Cardona for getting his whole team hyped. All those major marks that were there. You know, I seen all the posts. You see all the people doing it, even taking them. Yeah, hats fucking off, man.
Yeah.
It was wild. And his back looked like shit at the end of the night.
Yeah, they had that shot where he was on his side and you could just see bloody glass in his side.
Yeah, it was like Carrie, man. It was it was just fucking a blood show. It was beautiful. Great first outing for anybody stepping into the deathmatch realm.
For sure.
I suggest going on Fight TV, ordering this shit right now. Do it tomorrow. Catch up before Homecoming 2. Buy Homecoming 2. Support GCW. This was a fucking fantastic show. I'm excited to see more from them.
Yeah, this proved tonight that they are at the top of the indie game. Like Chad had said in the comments earlier, this just proves how good they are. And then
look at that.
There he is.
Look at that. What a picture. I loved when they were throwing shit at him. He like was ducking his head, but trying to celebrate at the same time.
Yeah.
Like got cracked in the face with a Sprite can. He was like, shit. It was so good. And he fucking booked. It makes the sell so much better. He was like, nope, not dealing with you motherfuckers. I'm getting out of here. Yeah. It was wild, man. Really, really great. I'm overwhelmed with how happy I am that I bought this pay-per-view.
So good.
Crazy shit, man. Yeah. It was great. Good jobs, guys. Everybody at GCW. That was fantastic.
Great call on Cardona wearing all white. Yeah.
He looked like a carpenter when he first walked into the ring.
The Prolapse purple gloves.
Yeah.
Oh, they really shit on those gloves.
It was great, but he stuck to his guns, didn't back down from the crowd at all. I love that shit. He was just like, fuck all of you. Yeah, I hope so. Call Super 7 right now. Get those motherfuckers on the phone. I want a deathmatch Cardona figure with the GCW title. Let's get that rolling.
Oh, man. What an exclusive that would be.
Right? Ringside, somebody.
Yeah.
Use code Tavern.
Somebody
when you're buying it.
That, man.
Come on.
Those will sell out. I mean, if we can get a 450 count Bob Cardona sellout,
yeah,
we can get this figure made and sold out.
Listen, I'll take a micro brawler for sure. If Rory Fox can get a micro brawler, give me fucking Matt Cardona with blood in the GCW championship.
Soaked in blood with the championship.
Holding the light tube. You know,
I can't wait to see where this goes. Like I'm really invested now in what's gonna happen with this.
Yeah, no, same here. I never was like the biggest Cardona fan. I respected his like hustle and his work rate because he was always doing shit. I mean, he was on that WWE downfall forever. And then he finally got released, and look what they're doing with the Major Pod Network and all the shit that they're doing. Like they're over on a whole different level,
right,
in their own realm, you know. And then these guys are going out and buying tickets to support him, to see him fucking do these crazy ass endeavors. And this was better than his whole Impact run so far. I love this. I wish he would have shown this side of him a lot earlier, and not just on the podcast.
Maybe this is where Cardona lands, man. Maybe he's going to be GCW now.
Yeah, no, that would be a wild turn, man. But I can see it. I can see the pride and the joy you would get out of doing this kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when you're that heel, like, you know, you see anybody that goes out there. Jake the Snake was a great heel because he believed in being the bad guy, and I think Cardona's kind of getting off on that right now, and it shows though. Like you're seeing so much more improvement on like the Cardona character.
You can see his passion for wrestling is coming out now.
100%. Yeah. And like, even like, I'm telling you, best promo work I've ever heard come out of him was in this feud.
Yeah.
And same thing. This match was like, there wasn't that much back and forth wrestling, which it shouldn't be because it was a Nick Gage death match, but they really told a beautiful story in the middle of this crazy war, and I loved every minute of it. I'm soaked up in it. I want, like you said, I'm invested as shit now.
Yeah. Like, I mean, the whole build up, and now for him to come in and win, I'm invested. I can't wait to see what happens next, man.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a trip, man. Fucking kudos. A round of applause for everybody on the GCW.
Yeah. Yeah,
that was
great first night.
man.
Make sure you guys are tuning in tomorrow night, GCW Homecoming Night number 2.
I know Janela's there. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Up for that.
$15.
Janela's always a good turn, especially for $15. I'll pay to see Joey Janela do some crazy shit.
You just can't beat it, man. Yeah, for everybody that's listening, anybody that's watching that's new, make sure you guys are tuning into the Turnbuckle debates on Monday. You can find that on our YouTube channel and on our podcast channel on Apple Spot, wherever you get your podcast. Turnbuckle sessions on Wednesday, flagship show on Thursday, and then
Friday, baby.
Fig Friday. So
man.
We did our first Fig Friday. If you guys didn't tune in live to that, you missed out.
Giving away some awesome figures, and we're making it up to you. If you missed out the first time, you got to come back on this Friday.
Come back this Friday.
You got a chance to win Bulldog and Kama.
Bulldog, Kama. It's going to be even
figure to come across, man.
We're going to have some fun guests on.
Yeah, we got some cool surprises coming up. A lot of cool. We're doing unboxings and shit.
Yeah.
Just talking figures in general, going over news. It's a good time. Who doesn't like talking about toys, man?
Yeah, Fig Friday, every Friday, 7 p.m. right here. Click the bell so you know when we're going live.
Ring that bell, baby.
Ring the bell. Click subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You're going to see interviews. We have a ton of content.
Yeah,
and reach out to us, man. Comment.
Yeah.
Reach
Hit
out.
us up. My ad's right there. Over here. Sorry, wrong way. My ad's right there. You just hit up Turnbuckle Tavern. We'll be rocking around. I'm always down to talk wrestling and toys and whatever the hell else you want to talk about.
Yeah, man. Well, I guess that's going to wrap us up, man. For myself, for Mike Belcaster, we appreciate you stopping by. Make sure you guys are tuning in for night number 2. We'll see you guys later.